Now, my question to you is, from Vedanta standpoint, if we see, when a wise person comes, we receive them with Purna Kumbha. What do we chant? Continue. Na tyage naike. Tyage naike amurtatva manashu. Tyaga means giving up, sacrifice, drop. So, tyaga is drop. One way of looking at it, tyaga is sacrifice. You drop the lower for the higher, that is called tyaga. Anything which is of the lower nature, you drop it for the higher, that is called tyaga. So, tyaga means drop. What are the things, if I drop now, I would be more peaceful? I want you to think. There could be certain things which is bothering, and because of which we may not be very happy, be disturbed. What are those things that if I learn to drop, I would be happy? And if you have identified some, let us say earlier itself, like yesterday we had some questions on it, then we can discuss how to drop this, how to drop that. Just to set it rolling, I'll put a question. How to drop prejudice? Sharan, tell me. Okay, how to drop pessimistic thinking? Anything else? When we start thinking, then we realize there are so many things we need to drop. How to drop anger? How to drop anger? How to drop low self-esteem? So it's a deep exercise actually to sit and think. What are the things I should drop so I am free? We hold on to certain things which makes us not happy. So if we can learn, we become aware the things I should know to drop. First, let us become aware. There are so many things which I need to drop.
Gee, what if I put the question the other way? What is worth holding on to?
Worth holding on to is only one thing, the truth. In Maya, only thing worth holding on is the truth. Anything else other than that is not worth. The only worthy thing that way. What can lead me towards that? Sattvic qualities. I hold on to sattvic qualities. Then it can help me to drop tamas and rajas. But then truth is beyond sattva also. How to drop attachment? I'm just putting questions so that I want you to think clearly. There are a list of things which we need to drop. Drop prejudices, drop assumptions, drop low self-esteem, drop pessimistic thinking. How to drop attachment? How to drop... we have a lot of things. I should just fully become aware. Things in me which aren't very good, I should know to drop them. So if I become aware, these are the things in me I need to drop. Then one by one we can see how we can drop them. This book may help you because it may show you few things what are the things which I have, and here or there you may get an idea or a tip how to drop it. Gurudev always said in Meditation on Life, in that book also he says, introspect daily. It's a very powerful instruction. If we can follow this instruction, it can help us. This is again drop only, where he says, introspect daily. Detect diligently. So when I introspect daily, I detect. Diligently I detect things which aren't in me, which are in me aren't good. Detect diligently. Third line, he says, negate ruthlessly. Don't be compassionate there. He says, once you have noticed this I have to drop it completely. Negate ruthlessly. And the fourth line there is, substitute wisely. Then comes, how do I, okay, this I negate ruthlessly, but what happens to me? Substitute wisely. Grow steadily. So first thing is, we need to do that introspection. Introspect daily. What kind of an introspection I should do daily? How was my day? How did I respond today? What kind of a language I used? Did I react or did I respond? How much of my time went on things which may not be worth at all? If I introspect daily, I become more and more aware of me. Then I become aware of me, the good and the bad in me, the positive and the negative in me. When I become aware of the negative, I'll drop it. So this step, what Swamiji said, introspect daily, detect diligently. The third step is negate ruthlessly. That's what we call as drop. That which you have seen, ruthlessly drop it, negate it. Take it out of the system. But many a times we have dropped something which was very good in us. Swamiji, as a child I was very confident. I lost my confidence now. As a child I was very peaceful, cheerful. Now that is gone. I was more fearless then, now I'm more scared. So I should become aware, what are the things I shouldn't have dropped, I dropped. Daily sadhana, drop. Study of books, shastra, drop. We do it. Good things we have dropped. Unless we introspect, we will not know. What are the things I should not have dropped, which was there in me, I dropped. Japa, drop, isn't it? And I know so many people who say, Swamiji, I am very comfortable in meditation. Japa, I am not comfortable. That's a lie. You are not meditating. You sit with eyes closed, you're fine for a while. But that is not meditation. Japa would lead us to meditation, would master the mind, and then only one can meditate. But then that is tedious, that's difficult. Dropped japa, dropped study. So we need to become aware. Things which I should not have dropped, I have dropped. And things which I should have dropped long ago, I'm still keeping. That way. When we start analyzing, we realize superstitions should be dropped, isn't it? And still how many people have? It should be dropped. It is of no use to you. But no, retain. And when you want something very badly, superstitions go up. You hold on to it very dearly. There was this Indian cricketer by name Yusuf Pathan. World Cup cricket was going on. India was winning the World Cup, the finals, India, Sri Lanka. This guy went and stood in the wall, one side, with one leg up, like you lean with one leg down and one leg on the wall, and he was standing like this. India was playing good. Wickets were not falling. He did not want to move from that place. Now that's a superstitious belief. I don't want to move from here. If I stand like this, India will win. Those two guys who are playing in the middle has anything to do with this? But when you want something very dearly, you will do. Amitabh Bachchan, in that particular game, you should see when people came out with all pride, they were sharing their superstitious. That shows how shallow is the intellect. Amitabh Bachchan said, in that particular room, if he watches the match, India wins. He's got anything to do with it? That in that particular room you sit and you watch the game, you win? You're not even playing, someone else is playing, but that's the mindset. Now, like that, if you see, when you want something so badly, how superstitious we become. When something like that takes over, the intellect is weak. We don't realize it. The intellect in us is weak. That's why something like this takes over. Gurudev went to one management college to address. And as he walked in, the people there, the students, naturally, metro youth in India, they think sadhus have nothing to advise them. The youngsters in metro cities really think, what is a sadhu? What do these people have to call? Why the management calls all of them, that way? So this was their opinion when Gurudev walked in, and they were sitting and they sent word through. So the dean went and told the students think that how silly they are, that they think that there's nothing to gain from you. This is their opinion on you. Like, we don't want him. Why is management wasting time? Swamiji went and spoke. And they said, we don't believe in any of these. And they're wasting their time. He went, he spoke. And one of the most striking thing about Swamiji, about Gurudev is, he loves to turn around the uninterested. He was very passionate about it. Those who are not interested, that's his field. Swamiji would be in his best when he comes across them, like to turn them. Because he came from that side. He never believed in it, and then he turned. So he knew all about it. And someone who is rejecting, he feels, right, here is a person who's thinking that just that you have to do. So actually, if you see, when Swamiji identifies such people in the talks, so through the body language, etc., you can know that the person is not accepting, he's got an attitude, you would see Gurudev at his best there. He's saying here, because he loves channelizing their thinking. So he must have enjoyed the talk when people sat with an attitude, saying, here is the end of the talk. The management came and gave him prasad, some dakshina and fruits. He took the fruit, closed his eyes, demonstrated. He never does this that way, except for the devotees. In public, though, never. He closed his eyes and kept the fruit like this for a while. Then he took the fruit, whispered something to it. Then he said, whoever gets this fruit will have the best of the placement. They need placement. Will have the best of the placement, and he threw it up. People jumped over it. So let me get it. He just smiled. Said, what did you guys say? We don't believe in all this. What are you doing now? A fruit will give you best of the placement. You run after it. When you're driven by a desire, superstitions can dominate your life. Even today it can happen. So we need to constantly check, is it worth keeping in me? I need to drop. That way, there are enough and more things which we should become aware what we should drop, and enough and more things we unnecessarily dropped should have been with us, we should be aware of it.